Welcome back to the Airman Harris Show. No free promo. Man, y'all, these kids, they worked me this weekend, boy, but I loved it. Getting me back in the groove, finna get me back in shape. We started off the day, actually the past couple days, we went to the track in the morning. Stretched out, ran a couple 100s, couple 200s, couple 400s. And these kids, man, they actually faster than I thought. Like, Sean did the 100 in what, 12 and a half seconds. DJ gonna be long distance. He doing the 400. I think he did it in about a minute 20 seconds. He could have done better, but these times that they're doing, it's after our workout. They ain't got no technique. I want a track runner. Y'all know I was a baseball player. So anybody need help, any tips, let me know. I was a baseball guy, but I could run. I had speed. I ain't got the tips and the tricks, but I could teach them, the basics. But they doing all this stuff with no spikes. It was raining. They endurance getting up there. So Shine probably gonna run the 100, 200, probably the relay. DJ gonna run the 200, 400. He said he might do the 800. That boy's stretching out, them legs getting longer. And Kyra, which shocked me, honestly, like she out there like Toya used to be back in the day. Toya was fast back in the day. Them they be moving that body. I told her though, I wish she would have ran this past season so she can, just try to see where she's at. She did a shot put and the discus. She didn't want to run, but then she like, look, time me in the 100. She run the 100 and it was like 14.10. Granted, we ain't got no laser. I'm doing it from my phone, but 14.10. I'm like, how fast these girls? Oh, the fastest girl, you can look it up now. So she looks up on her phone. The so-called fastest girl did it in 14.06, and you did it in 14.10. Mind you, you have no training. You ain't got on no spikes. That girl like probably 115. You 160 pounds and still growing. Car like 5'3" and a half now. She's stretching out. DJ is what's shocking me. DJ almost 5'5" now. He growing like a weed. If he keep going, he got a size 9 shoe. That's pretty big. I mean, granted, I know a guy who was 12 wearing a 12, but size 9 shoe at 12 years old is pretty impressive. My Lily's still 4'1", but she gonna be my gymnast. She ain't 50 pounds yet, but she gonna be a gymnast like Chubby, small like Chubby. Shine finally 5 foot, thank God. We know Dallas. She already 4th grade, 5'5". Halo, sorry, she ain't grew in like 4-5 years. She been 5'2", 5'2 and a half. She might be done, but I'm proud of them too because Halo never stopped. She kept pushing. Dallas kept pushing. Leah did her 40. She did pretty good. It'd be hard to time her because she's still young. So Leah, she get to the finish line. She jumping, hitting twists, spinning like Leah, run through the tape, But she got some speed on her too. They got them calves. They walk on their toes, so they got them thick calves muscles. But DJ, he impressed me, over this weekend. And say we went to the park, me and the boys, got some shots up. We went to the lake. And then later that day, did the Uncle Benny thing. We put out that deck of cards. Whatever card you flip, that's how many push-ups you do. I did about, over 200. The boys did over 100 and some push-ups. I was shocked. Granted, they got spaghetti arms and spaghetti legs today, but that's what I like to see. And they all want to go back. Cara says she want to go back to the track so she can get faster. The boys want to start, doing push-ups every day because they see the growth, already. So they want to keep doing it. And that's what I like, the enthusiasm, the want to do it. I can't want it for y'all, And I'm still trying to motivate Sean, let him know, like, hey, the growth spurt might come late. I remember junior year of college, I was messing with Deion Curry. He was our center. No, like, Deion, you're not 6'6", bro. So we goes into the training room. Granted, I can't remember how tall he was, but I'm like, take off your shoes. He wasn't 6'6". He's like, well, take off your shoes. And I was like 5'9" and some change my junior year of college, but who cares? Like, high school, I lift more than anybody on the team outside of the football guys. The big guys, football guys, but they didn't play football. I was the strongest one my senior year if they didn't play football. Same with college. I probably the shortest one on the team outside of Melo, and he probably taller than me too, low key. But I just look tall because I don't wear basketball shoes. I wear running style type shoes and I always have on a hat. So it is what it is. But they impressed me a lot, this weekend. So we're going to keep it going for sure. But moving right along, I just want to touch on that Joker situation real quick. I know they played the other night. They do play tonight. I hate this whole unwritten rule stuff. If it's not a rule, it's not a rule. Just like I'm starting to become a fan of the McDaniels kid from Minnesota. It sucks that DiVincenzo and Edman went out. It's gonna kill the series because I know they had it in the bag, and I got a feeling Denver's gonna come back and get them without those two guys. Prayers for DiVincenzo with the Achilles and man hyperextension. That's gonna be multiple weeks. So, but the McDaniels kid, Ayo, don't let me forget about Ayo. The guy, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, always mess it up. But the guy from Illinois, he put on a show with 43 points. But McDaniels, the game before, he told y'all they don't play defense. They don't know how to play defense. So it's a couple seconds left. 1, 2, 3 seconds left, whatever it was. He's got the ball fast break. He lays it in. If there's time on the clock, you can lay the ball in. Like he said, y'all come play defense if you don't want me to score again. So he lays the ball in. Joker runs all the way from the other end of the court, all the way to the Minnesota Timberwolves bench. I'm happy it was on their bench too, because they better not suspend nobody on Minnesota's team because you're on their bench. For one, to me, Joker should be suspended. Let it be anybody else run all the way down the court and cause a melee with 1.3 seconds left on the clock. There would be consequences and repercussions. I know none ain't going to happen. I hope none don't happen, granted, because the playoffs, you don't want to see people out in the playoffs, especially in the, we ain't going to get into that. But you don't want to see people get suspended in the playoffs because we know it can cost you a championship. But this dude run all the way to the other end of the court to challenge a dude for, dude, go play defense then. If you don't want me to score, play defense. There's time on the clock. I don't understand why they get mad talking about it's an unwritten rule. Play D. Simple as that. If you don't want anybody to score, guard him. But he runs all the way down, caused all this melee, all this drama. And Julius Randle, he was getting him out of there. I like that out of Randle. He was getting him out of there. Get off our bench. Get out of here. He was pushing people out of there. You shouldn't have came all the way down the court, doing that. Simple as that. If y'all going to suspend somebody, suspend Jordan for causing that. It could have went into the stands. It could have caused more chaos, whatever the case may be. The game was over. If you don't want nobody to score, play defense. Forget all that unwritten rule. You're not supposed to do this. You're not supposed to do that. If there's time on the clock, we keep in score. We going to run it up. You don't want us to run it up, play defense. Simple as that. But anyway, moving right along, the Raptors beat the Cavs. That series is 2-2. I think that series might go 7, y'all. Mitchell struggled. He went 6 for 24. Mobley only had 8 points. The little big three for the Raptors, they played pretty good with Ingram, Barnes, and R.J. Barrett. They all had good games. Their whole little team, starting 5, had decent games. So I think they might take the Cavs with 7, let James put his cape on. And we know how James get in the playoffs, so we'll see. Mitchell going to have to carry him the rest of the playoffs. Spurs beat the Blazers. They up 3-1. I think that series pretty much over in 5. When Wemby is back, the Blazers don't have enough to beat the Spurs. The Spurs got way too many pieces. Wemby with 7 blocks, 27 points, 12 rebounds. You got Fox getting 28. You got Vassell. You got Castle. You got Harper coming off the bench. They just got so many pieces with the Spurs that the Blazers just got. They relying on Holiday, who's, 35 years old. Like I always tell y'all, him and Ivy will probably have 5 or 6 turnovers apiece. Turnover like hotcakes. I always tell y'all, you can't turn the ball over, especially in the playoffs. You turn the ball over too many times in the playoffs, it's going to cost you. And if you're relying on a 35-year-old like us, like the Warriors relying on these old heads, it may cost you. So we'll see what happens with that series. The Celtics beat the 76ers 3-1 that series as well. If them boys keep playing like that in Boston, that series going to be over as well. Brown and Tatum got up to a slow start. I watched that game. The slow start, they turned it on in the end, but they got the others who played well on the road. Others don't normally play that well on the road, but Pritchard, Hauser, all them boys, they played well on the road. And your others playing well on the road, you might as well cancel Christmas. So it is what it is. The Rockets beat the Lakers. I did say that series was going to go 5, Lakers in 5. But that was the one they going to get. KD didn't play. They got that win. I don't know if he's going to play the next game or not, but I think the next game, the Lakers going to close it out. Like I said, turnovers going to cost you. Brian had what? Brian had 8 turnovers. That's probably 8 in best game. He had 19 and 10, but Brian had 8 turnovers. You can't turn the ball over that many times because turnovers going to cost you in the playoffs. And the starting 5 for the Rockets, all those guys played good. Sengun had a decent game. Reed Shepard, Eason, all them guys. They had decent games. The Thompson twin. So, but I think that series is gonna go 5. Having my boy Bronny got in the game again. What they call Lee Sperm got in again. So I always like to see Bronny get in. That's my guy. I don't understand why Dalton Connect. I forgot about Dalton Connect. I know they tried to trade him and then he ended up coming back or whatever the case may be. It's like when he get in, he score. I know it's garbage minutes, but when he get in, he can score the ball. I don't understand why they don't play the kid, but it is what it is. But y'all, I'm out. I'm finna get out in the streets. I'm out. Peace.